Alright, in this video we're going to talk about the differences between elliptical coils and round coils. Now this here is a 6 by 9.5, it's 11-inch, but the principles are the same when we start talking about it. Alright, the first thing we're going to talk about is coverage. Which one's going to cover more? Either way, the round coil would definitely cover more territory than the elliptical. As you're swinging, it's got a little bit more on each side, each direction, so you're definitely got more coverage with the round coil than an elliptical coil. Now, let's go to weight. Which one's going to weigh less? The elliptical coils will weigh less. There's certainly a little bit less material in it than it would be with the round coil. Not much, but it will be slightly less weight involved using an elliptical coil. So the weight goes to elliptical. Separation. This is one of the big differences of why people like these ellipticals versus the round. What you have is when you're in a heavily iron area, like in an old house site or something, nails everywhere, you're trying to go around. What happens is when you cover more area, you got a nail here and a nail here, and the coins in the middle, it starts canceling out. Sometimes some machines are better than others at just identifying things mixed in, but anyway, most time it will cancel the good targets out, or you'll kind of hear a blip and you won't know it's a really good target. It won't be real short, boop, boop, boop. You won't get that good signal. So with the elliptical coil, what will happen, and I'll put a picture up there, which will happen if you got a nail here and a nail here and a good target in the middle where this will be covered both. This, you take a little short swing trying to listen, you won't hit those nails and you'll actually get the target. So as far as separation goes, the elliptical wins all day long. Check the picture up there on the screen. You'll see what I'm talking about. And it wins for sure. And I really do like it. That's one of the reasons why I would pick the elliptical over. But anyway, depth. Now this is a questionable area for me. I've read some people talking about, oh, the round coil goes deeper. But in my mind, the coil has what's called a hyperbolic curve. It's putting out a magnetic field like that. It's in a semicircle like that, like a hyperbolic curve. And what happens, as you squeeze it down here, in my mind, it's going to go as deep as the longest distance here. It's still going to go that deep, but it's going to shrink down. It's going to shrink down, but it's still going to go the same depth. So, will it go as deep? Yes, but will it get as many targets deep? No. And this is the reason. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen here. As you see right there, the target, it's going to go the same, in my mind, it's going the same depth. But if you got target here and here, the round coil will hear it, but the elliptical will not because it's not covering that area. So in my mind, it goes as deep, but it doesn't get as many targets deep because you start to squeeze in the magnetic field that the machine is putting out. I like to hear y'all's comments on that because I see there's some discussion online about that and all, but in my mind, it goes just as deep, but it doesn't cover the area as deep because the hyperbolic curve changes on it. So let's talk about that below. Hard to reach areas. Now, I do a lot of gold prospecting and all, and when you get up there, you get all these boulders and rocks everywhere, and sometimes it's hard to get in there in a stream. You got giant rocks, and you can't get in there to even test because gold nuggets all will collect in crevices, so you want to get as deep as you can and try to hit it. Which one does better in hard to reach areas? Which one y'all think? This one is definitely going to squeeze between rocks and boulders, and if you're in a field that's got corn stalks, whatever, this elliptical will definitely do better in those type areas. So the elliptical wins in hard to reach areas. Now I see a lot of discussion. I haven't tested this out. Which one does better on small targets? They say that because of the curve shape on the elliptical coil, it clicks on the smaller targets better. That's what I'm reading. I haven't done any analysis on that, but I just want to throw that in there because I've been trying to do some analysis, and that's something I read online. I want to throw that in there. Cost. They say online that because these are easier, the rounds are easier to do, it's cheaper. So you might have just a slight difference in cost on the elliptical coil versus the round, but I don't, normally it's not that much, I don't think, but the cost will go to the round one's going to be probably a little bit cheaper. Storage, you know, I'm throwing all this stuff in the back of my truck all the time, hauling around. Suitcases, when you're traveling, you got to put it in. And I tell you what, size makes a difference sometimes, especially when you're carrying your backpacks and all. An elliptical coil will definitely fit better in your car, in suitcases, traveling. So as far as the storage goes and movement of it, the ellipticals will win on that. Anyway, that's just a few things. I just got these two coils right here with this coil, and I actually got this. Let me show you this one real quick. This is 9 by 12, just for Macro Legend, and I'm gonna love. I know I am. This is going on my machine versus this right now. I'm getting ready to go put it on. I just want to do this quick video to show you all that. I'm definitely going with this one right here. One is an inch longer than this one, which makes a difference to me. It's going to cover that way. Won't cover as much this way, but it'll definitely have better separation for me, and that's what I'm looking for. And it probably, I didn't weigh them, but they're probably pretty close to the same, even as a 12-inch. That way I'm getting that hyperbolic 12-inch curve, in my mind anyway, on that coil right there. So I can't wait to get this on here. Even a smaller elliptical coil, especially if I do go up like gold prospecting, I'll probably switch to this one. Or even in a field that's got a lot of trash in it, this one will separate even better because you got a smaller distance that way too. So if you got 5 nails up here, it won't hear them. So certainly a smaller coil, smaller elliptical coil in a heavy iron infested area will do even better than just the round coil in a heavy invested area. So anyway, both of these are going to come in very handy to me. I'm going to tell you that right now. So anyway, we're going to go ahead right now and switch this one out and get it going. All right. Well, anyway, I want to throw that out real quick, y'all, to talk about the differences in those two and update you on that. All right. Appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you on the next adventure.